Welcome to Forbidden Texts. What you are about to see may shock you. It may surprise you, but will definitely challenge everything you thought you knew. Stick around until the end to discover the forbidden knowledge that they don't want you to have.
Something strange happens when you start waking up. Suddenly, the noise of the city feels unbearable. The endless scrolling, the artificial lights, the constant distractions, it all starts to feel wrong. And then, without warning, you're drawn to something primal, something ancient. You start craving the quiet rustling of trees, the sound of water flowing over rocks, the feeling of the earth beneath your feet. It's like a voice deep inside you is calling you home. But why does spiritual awakening make you feel this magnetic pull toward nature? And more importantly, why has no one told you the real reason behind it? Welcome to Forbidden Texts, where we explore ancient knowledge and forgotten wisdom. This isn't just about a peaceful walk in the woods. This is about something much bigger. Something they don't want you to know. Because once you understand this connection, once you feel it, you can't go back. There's a reason ancient civilizations lived in harmony with the land, why monks seek enlightenment in mountains, and why the most profound spiritual experiences happen away from the modern world. And here's the part they don't want you to realize. This isn't just a preference. It's not just a side effect of awakening. It's a biological necessity, something embedded in your very DNA. Modern society has spent centuries severing this bond, making you forget. But once you remember, everything changes. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your soul is calling you back to nature, and how ignoring this call could be the biggest mistake of your spiritual journey. There's a reason you feel calmer, clearer, and more alive when you step into nature. It's not just psychological, it's physiological. Your brain, your body, and even your energy field react differently in the presence of the natural world. And modern science is finally catching up to what ancient civilizations have known for thousands of years. Let's start with something undeniable: the frequency shift. Everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency, including you. But here's the problem. Modern environments are designed to disrupt that natural vibration. The constant hum of electricity, the chaotic energy of crowded cities, the overwhelming flood of digital stimuli, it pulls you out of sync with your natural state. But the moment you step into a forest, something changes. Scientists have measured it. Your brain shifts into a theta state, the same state activated during deep meditation. Stress hormones drop. The nervous system calms. Your thoughts slow down, but your intuition, it sharpens. It's almost as if nature is speaking to you in a language beyond words. And then there's the Schumann resonance, something most people have never even heard of, but it affects you every single day. The Earth itself emits a natural frequency, around 783 Hertz. This is the exact frequency your brain enters in deep relaxation and heightened awareness. Coincidence? Not a chance. This resonance is like a tuning fork for your consciousness, aligning you with a deeper, more authentic state of being. But here's where it gets even stranger. Some studies suggest that when you disconnect from nature for too long, when you stay surrounded by artificial frequencies, digital noise, and modern chaos, your body begins to break down. Anxiety spikes. Sleep worsens. Your immune system weakens. It's almost as if being away from nature isn't just uncomfortable, it's unnatural. Now, ask yourself this: if simply stepping outside can realign your mind and body, what happens when you fully embrace nature? And once you see it, you'll never look at the world the same way again. There's a reason ancient civilizations saw nature as sacred, why they built temples aligned with the stars, why shamans sought visions in untouched wilderness, why monks retreated into mountains to find enlightenment. They weren't just escaping society. They were tapping into something real, something powerful, something that modern life has made you forget. Because here's the truth. Nature isn't just a backdrop to your existence. It's a living intelligence. A force that speaks in symbols, in energies, in frequencies beyond human language. And the deeper your spiritual awakening goes, the more you start to feel it. Look at indigenous traditions across the world, ancient knowledge passed down for thousands of years. From the Native American vision quests to the Taoist mountain hermits, from the Celtic druids to the Aboriginal Dreamtime, there's a common thread running through all of them. Nature isn't just a place. It's a teacher. And here's where it gets even more mind-blowing. Science is only now beginning to understand what these cultures already knew. Take the concept of sacred geometry, the mathematical patterns that form the foundation of everything in existence. The spiral of a seashell, the branching of trees, the structure of your own DNA, they all follow the same divine blueprint. When you step into nature, you're stepping into a living, breathing structure of universal intelligence. But here's what most people never realize. This connection isn't just passive. Nature responds to you. Trees release chemicals that boost your mood when you're near them. The electrical charge in the ground stabilizes your energy when you walk barefoot. Water holds memory, reflecting your own vibrational state. And if you think that's just spiritual talk, think again. Scientists have found that water molecules change their structure based on the emotions directed at them. Anger creates chaotic patterns. Love and gratitude create intricate, harmonious shapes. Your energy literally shapes reality. So what happens when you fully reconnect with nature, when you immerse yourself in these natural patterns, these hidden frequencies, this ancient intelligence? You begin to remember, not just intellectually, but on a soul level. You start seeing through the illusion that modern society has built around you. And once that veil is lifted, you can never go back. And if you don't reclaim it, you risk losing something far more important than you realize. Spiritual awakening changes everything. Suddenly, the world you once accepted without question begins to feel wrong. The artificiality, the constant distractions, the numbing repetition, it all starts to suffocate you. But here's what no one tells you. This isn't just a mental shift. It's not just you seeing things differently. It's a complete rewiring of your perception, an energetic transformation that makes you incompatible with the modern world. Because when you wake up, really wake up, you start to feel things that most people are completely numb to. You start to feel how disconnected, chaotic, and unnatural the modern world really is. The flashing screens, the endless noise, the concrete prisons we call cities, they drain you. You can literally feel how they suppress your energy, how they keep your mind clouded and your soul restless. And then, something else happens. You step into nature, and for the first time in your life, you feel at home. The air feels different, almost alive. The silence isn't empty. It's full of something ancient, something real. Your thoughts slow down, but your awareness expands. You realize that nature isn't just peaceful, it's conscious. It's speaking to you in a language beyond words. This is where everything shifts. Because once you experience this, once you feel this connection, you can never go back. The illusion of modern life starts to fall apart. And that's exactly why society is designed to keep you trapped in the artificial. Think about it. Why are people crammed into cities, cut off from the natural world? Why is everything designed to keep you distracted, overstimulated, and disconnected? It's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. Because the moment you realize the truth, the moment you break free and reconnect with nature, you become something they can't control. And that's exactly why this knowledge has been erased, hidden, and ignored. Because once you understand this connection, once you tap into the energy of nature itself, you start unlocking abilities that most people don't even believe are real. But this goes even deeper. Because nature isn't just helping you awaken. It's revealing something bigger, something that will completely change the way you see reality. And once you understand that secret, you'll understand why they've spent centuries trying to keep you away from it. Everything in nature operates on a frequency, a blueprint of energy that flows through all living things. And when you step into nature, you're not just entering a peaceful space. You're stepping into an energetic field that's designed to activate something in you. Trees, rivers, mountains, even the air itself, it all carries a specific vibration. And if you've ever felt an unexplained sense of clarity or peace while standing in a forest or watching the ocean, that's not just your mind calming down. That's your energy field syncing with something ancient, something powerful. Let's get specific. Different elements of nature hold different energetic signatures, and once you understand this, you can start using nature as a tool for spiritual acceleration. Trees generate a stabilizing frequency, grounding your energy and pulling stress out of your body. Flowing water carries a purifying vibration, literally washing away energetic stagnation. Mountains hold the deepest, most ancient energy of the earth, tapping into frequencies that enhance intuition and clarity. The ocean expands your awareness, aligning you with the rhythm of the universe. But here's where it gets even wilder. Science is starting to back this up. The electromagnetic field of a tree has been measured, and when a human stands near it, their heart rate slows, their stress hormones drop, and their brain shifts into a coherent, meditative state. Water isn't just a physical substance. It holds memory. Researchers have found that water changes its molecular structure depending on the energy directed toward it. Meaning, your thoughts, your emotions, your entire frequency affect the very fabric of reality. And then there are energy vortexes, places around the world where the Earth's frequency is so strong. It shifts consciousness just by being there. These locations have been marked by ancient civilizations for thousands of years. Machu Picchu, Sedona, the pyramids of Egypt. They didn't choose these spots randomly. They understood something we've forgotten. But here's the question. If nature is this powerful, if it holds this level of hidden energy, why aren't we taught about this? Why is this knowledge suppressed? Because the moment you understand this, really understand it, you realize that you don't need the systems they've built. You don't need their constant distractions. You don't need their artificial comforts. You don't need their digital world. And that's a problem for them. Because a person who is aligned with nature, who understands how to tap into the frequencies of the earth, is self-sustaining, independent, and free. And if you think that's where this ends, if you think that's the only reason they want to keep you disconnected, think again. Because the real reason goes even deeper. It's not just about control. It's about keeping you from remembering something that could change everything. Look around. The modern world is designed to keep you distracted, disconnected, and dependent. But here's the part no one talks about. This isn't just about convenience. It's about severing your connection to something far more powerful than you've been led to believe. And once you see it, you'll understand why nature has been pushed to the margins of human life, why we've been herded into artificial environments, why we spend more time staring at screens than staring at the sky. Because the truth is, the moment you step back into nature, the moment you realign with the energy of the earth, you start to remember something they've spent centuries making you forget. You start to remember who you really are. Because here's the secret. Nature is the original technology. Before smartphones, before artificial intelligence, before any of the systems designed to control and pacify you, nature provided everything. Not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, energetically. And that's exactly why they work so hard to keep you away from it. Why do you think modern life is filled with constant noise? Endless notifications, city sounds, buzzing lights, synthetic entertainment. It's all designed to keep you from hearing something. Something ancient. Something powerful. Something alive. Because nature doesn't just quiet your mind, it awakens something inside you. It activates a deeper intelligence, one that doesn't rely on external information or artificial stimulation. One that's been deliberately shut down. Think about this. Ancient civilizations didn't have access to modern science, yet they understood things that today's most advanced researchers are only just beginning to rediscover. They knew about the power of the Earth's frequencies. They knew about the way energy moves through water, stone, and air. They built their temples, their sacred sites, their entire spiritual systems around this knowledge.
A quick message. This space has become something truly special for many of us. A community of people on a shared journey of spiritual growth, healing, and awakening. Your comments and stories inspire me every day, and it's clear there's so much more we can create together, especially since this path can feel lonely at times. That's why we've created a spiritual space on Patreon, a sanctuary for deeper connection, exclusive content, and meaningful conversations with others from this channel who share your journey. Together, we can build something uplifting, authentic, and spiritually powerful. If this resonates with you and you'd like to be part of something bigger, whatever you're going through, you'll find the link in the description or pinned in the comments. Your membership not only helps support the channel, but also helps grow this beautiful community. Let's create something amazing together.
And what have we done? We've paved over the land. We've cut down the forests. We've drowned ourselves in artificial frequencies that do the exact opposite of what nature's frequencies do. Coincidence, or something more deliberate? Because the truth is, when you're disconnected from nature, you're easier to manipulate. You're more anxious, more distracted, more dependent on the very systems that keep you trapped. And when that happens, you stop asking the most important questions. Who are you really? Why do you feel drawn to something beyond this artificial world? And most importantly, what happens when you fully reconnect? Because that's the real secret here. Nature isn't just calling you back. It's waiting for you to remember. And the moment you do, the illusion of modern life starts to crumble. But the final piece of this puzzle is even more shocking. Because it's not just about what you gain when you return to nature, it's about what you lose if you don't. You're not imagining it. You've been cut off from something essential. And the biggest lie of all, that this disconnection is normal. That the stress, the anxiety, the feeling of being lost and restless, it's all just part of being human. But it's not. Because here's the truth. When you sever your connection to nature, you lose something far more important than just peace of mind. You lose access to your true self. You weren't designed to live in an artificial world. Your body, your mind, your spirit, they're built to interact with the natural frequencies of the earth. The rhythm of the sun and moon, the energy of trees and rivers, the balance of the seasons. This isn't just poetic. It's the foundation of your biological and spiritual existence. And when that connection is lost, your intuition weakens. The inner knowing that once guided your ancestors fades into static. Your nervous system suffers. Your body, which was designed to sync with the steady pulse of the earth, instead drowns in artificial frequencies. Your energy levels drop. You feel drained, sluggish, unmotivated, not because you're lazy, but because you're running on the wrong frequencies. And this isn't just theory. Science is proving what ancient wisdom has always known. Studies show that spending time in nature, even just a few minutes, reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, while increasing serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals responsible for joy, clarity, and purpose. Your DNA even responds differently in natural environments, repairing itself more effectively, reversing damage caused by stress and pollution. But here's where it gets really disturbing. The further you stray from nature, the more vulnerable you become. Not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. When you're disconnected from the Earth's natural rhythms, your mind becomes easier to manipulate. You become more dependent on external validation, more susceptible to fear, more willing to accept a reality that deep down, is unnatural. This is why society keeps you inside, glued to screens, bombarded with distractions. Because as long as you stay disconnected, you stay controllable. But the moment you step back into nature, the moment you let go of the artificial world and realign with the energy of the earth, everything changes. You start remembering things you were never taught. You start feeling things you were told weren't real. You start seeing through the illusion that's been forced on you since birth. And this is the ultimate truth. The one thing they never want you to realize: you are not separate from nature. You never were. And the moment you reclaim that connection, you reclaim yourself. So what happens now? That's up to you. You can ignore this pull, numb it with distractions, continue playing by the rules of a world designed to keep you asleep. Or you can step outside. You can breathe in the air, feel the ground beneath your feet, listen to the silence that's not empty but full of something ancient, something waiting for you to remember. Because once you do, you'll never look at the world the same way again. And that's exactly why they've worked so hard to keep you away from it. The disconnection isn't an accident. It's not some random byproduct of modern convenience. It's been engineered. A system designed not just to keep you distracted, but to keep you weak, spiritually, mentally, physically. Because here's the ultimate truth. When you reconnect with nature, when you step back into alignment with the earth, you become something they can no longer control. Think about it. Why is every aspect of modern life designed to detach you from the natural world? Cities are built to isolate you from nature. Work keeps you locked inside under artificial light. Your food is processed, stripped of life, separated from its natural source. Your entertainment is digital, keeping your mind occupied but disconnected from reality. They don't want you in nature because nature breaks the spell. It dissolves the illusion. When you're in nature, your energy recharges. Your intuition sharpens. You remember what real freedom feels like. And once you remember, you can't be controlled in the same way ever again. Because the entire system, every rule, every expectation, every artificial construct relies on one thing: your disconnection from your true power. And the scariest part, they've made you forget that you ever had that power to begin with. But here's the good news. No matter how far you've been pulled away, the connection is still there. Waiting. Calling. All it takes is for you to step outside, breathe, listen, and feel. Because once you do, once you truly reconnect, you won't just feel better. You won't just feel free. You'll finally understand why they never wanted you to find out the truth. And at that point, there's no turning back. And that's the final secret. You were never disconnected. Not really. The illusion was strong. Yes, powerful enough to make you doubt, to make you forget. But deep down, something inside you always knew. That's why you felt restless. That's why, even with all the conveniences of modern life, something has always felt off. Because a part of you was waiting. Waiting to remember. Waiting to break free from the synthetic, the artificial, the distractions designed to keep you asleep. Waiting for the moment you'd finally step back into alignment with something far greater than yourself. And here's the truth they never wanted you to figure out. Once you wake up, You can't be put back to sleep. Once you feel the real world, once you align with the pulse of nature, the rhythm of the earth, the energy that flows through all living things, you become something modern society can't control. You stop relying on external validation. You stop being a slave to artificial systems. You stop seeking meaning in things that were never meant to fulfill you. Instead, you start tapping into something ancient, something pure, something undeniable. And that's when everything changes. Your intuition sharpens. You see through the noise, the distractions, the manipulations that once controlled you. Your energy stabilizes, no longer drained by the chaotic frequencies of the modern world. You start creating your reality instead of reacting to one built for you. And most importantly, you remember that you were never lost. You were just looking in the wrong place. So now, it's up to you. Ignore this, and the world will be more than happy to pull you back into the distractions, back into the noise, back into the endless cycle of stress, consumption, and forgetfulness. But if you're ready, if you can feel that pull growing stronger, then you already know what to do. Step outside. Feel the wind on your skin. Let the silence speak. Because the moment you truly listen, you'll realize something. Nature never stopped calling you. You just finally decided to answer. And now that you've answered, there's no going back. Because once you see, you can't unsee. Once you feel, you can't unfeel. The illusion of modern life, of endless distractions, artificial comfort, and constant noise, can no longer hold you the way it once did. You've woken up to something bigger, something real. But here's the final piece of the puzzle, the part no one tells you. This isn't just about nature. It's about you. Nature isn't just a place you visit. It's not something separate from you. You are part of it. You always have been. The trees, the rivers, the mountains, the sky, they're not just beautiful landscapes. They're mirrors. They reflect back the truth that modern life has buried under layers of distractions. You were never meant to live in a concrete box, cut off from the rhythms of the earth. You were never meant to wake up exhausted, spend your days chasing meaningless tasks, and numb yourself with entertainment at night. You were never meant to feel like something is missing without ever knowing what it is. That feeling, the deep, unshakable sense that there's more to life than this, it's not a mistake. It's a signal, a call to return. And now that you've heard it, you have a choice. You can push it aside, drown it in distractions, pretend you never saw the truth staring you in the face. Or you can act on it. Because here's what no one tells you. Reconnecting with nature isn't just about feeling calm, or finding peace, or escaping stress. It's about activating something inside you that has been waiting for this moment. Something powerful. Something ancient. Something unstoppable. And once you step into that power, you don't just break free from the system. You become the kind of person who can never be controlled again. So go. Step outside. Walk barefoot on the earth. Breathe in the air. Touch the trees. Feel the sky above you. Let the silence remind you of what you've always known. Because once you do, you'll understand the one thing they never wanted you to figure out. You were never lost. You were just waking up. And now that you're awake, you realize something even more profound. You were never meant to just exist. You were meant to remember, to connect, to feel, to become something greater than the version of yourself that was conditioned to be small, distracted, and dependent. This isn't just about stepping into nature. It's about stepping into yourself. Because the moment you truly align with the energy of the earth, you start unlocking something modern society has tried to bury under layers of noise and conditioning. Your true power. The power to think clearly without external influence. The power to feel deeply without fear of judgment. The power to move through life without chains, because you no longer need the things that once controlled you. And this is where the biggest shift happens. You stop seeking permission to be free. You stop looking to the outside world for answers. You stop waiting for life to give you meaning, because you've finally realized that you are the meaning. And here's the final truth they never wanted you to understand. The system that keeps you trapped, it only works when you believe you need it. When you believe you need their validation, their entertainment, their artificial comfort to feel whole. How can you be manipulated when you see through the game? How can you be afraid when you've realigned with something eternal? And that's the ultimate secret. Nature doesn't just heal you. It doesn't just awaken you. It returns you to who you've always been. A force of life. A being of energy. A mind free from control. So now, you have a choice. You can ignore this and fall back into the cycle. Let the distractions pull you in. Let the noise drown out what you've just remembered. Pretend you never felt this shift. Or you can step into it completely. You can let this be the moment everything changes. The moment you stop looking for answers outside yourself. The moment you finally remember that you were never lost. Because you were never separate from nature. You were never separate from truth. You were never separate from power. And now that you know that, what will you do with it?